Thank you, Alex. Last year's storm season was remarkable for a number of reasons. From November 2021 to February 2022, there were 6 named storms. It began with one of the most powerful and damaging storms of the last decade. Communities braced themselves as a red wind warning was issued for eastern Scotland and northeast England. Storm Arwen was a developing and potent weather system tracking southwards, and intense low pressure with destructive winds on its western and northern flank. It struck on the 26th of November, delivering wind gusts up to 98 miles an hour in Northumberland. Just 10 days later, Storm Barra brought bad winds to Wales after it ransacked the southern Irish coast. Storm Malik, named by the Dutch Met Service, and then 36 hours later, Storm Corrie slammed the UK at the end of January, with tens of thousands losing power. And then, on the 14th of February, began one of the stormiest weeks ever recorded in the UK. 3 storms named in just 1 week. 2 red wind warnings were issued. Some of the strongest winds were recorded in over 30 years. Gusts peaked at 122 miles an hour at the Needles, southern England. The Met Office forecasts and warnings helped forearm people and communities for the worst impacts of these storms. Schools closed, bridges were closed, flights, trains and ferries cancelled, flood defences deployed. Yes, this was storms Dudley, Eunice and Franklin, marking an explosive end to the UK's 21-22 storm season. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks very much, Claire. So 6 named storms in the past 12 months. When will be the first one of this new year? And what will it be called? The names are coming soon, but quickly, let's just talk about how we name a storm. It's obviously a pretty big call. As you might imagine, it's a process that involves a few different people. Obviously, here at the Met Office, we're monitoring the weather and the forecast 24/7, and that's where it starts when the chief meteorologist and their team identify a potential storm, but there's plenty of things that they need to assess before they name it. The main things being, what are the likely impacts of the storm? You have to take into consideration the time of year and the time of day. Both are crucial. If you think about it, 75-mile-an-hour winds in northern Scotland in February at 3 a.m. won't cause anything like as much disruption as 65-mile-an-hour winds in October, so when the trees are in leaf, in Birmingham at rush hour. So that has to be taken into consideration, and also we have to talk with our partners, government organisations and other partner organisations as well. For example, the Environment Agency, about the current situation. Is the ground already saturated from previous heavy rain? Will that have an impact? Also, are there any big events planned? For example, the Jubilee, or in the run-up to Christmas when there are many Christmas markets and more people will be out and about. Again, the whole point of this system, the reason we name storms, is to keep people safe. Okay, the time has come for the big reveal. Drum roll, maybe a thunderclap, I don't know. But here are the names of the storms for the 2022-23 season. Starting off with Anthony, moving on to Betty. Betty was actually voted for on Twitter. We did a bit of a World Cup with names, and Betty was voted for, so that had already been announced. You may be aware of that. Moving through Killian, Daisy, Johanna Owain, and then on to Sam and Tobias as well. So these are the names. Comment below what you think of these names. Also, when are we going to see Anthony? When do you think the first storm will be? Do you know anyone with these names? Well, share this video and let them know that they could be a storm this year. But yeah, let us know when you think Anthony is going to be. Also, let us know in the comments how many storms you think there will be this storm season. There was obviously 6 last year. How many do you think there'll be this season? Will we get to Johanna? Will we get down to Mark, perhaps? As I say, let us know in the comments. Please share this video as well, and also make sure you're following us right across social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as I say,